Previously on Viral. At the four corners of hell, the Fist defended their newly won CSW tag team titles against Cameron Frost and John Riker. After a no-holds-barred free-for-all of weapons, blood, and barbed wire, Frost and Riker emerged victorious with the gold. But their new number one contenders had yet to be determined. In a three-team elimination match, Initial Shock, Show Enough Sexy, and Onyx would square off, all of them former tag champs themselves. After dispensing of Initial Shock with their patented H-bomb and then hitting the switch on Show Enough Sexy, the Onyx had emerged as the next challengers for the Tag Team Championship. Now the most decorated team in CSW history squares off with the two most decorated singles competitors in CSW history for the belts. Who will win? Who will survive? This is Viral.
Coming back at you once again, fans, with another edition of CSW Viral. I'm Mike Roycroft. I'm joined by the man you saw earlier in the program, the Story of the Year, Brian Cage. And Brian, as announced, you've got a big match coming up at Summer Showdown on June 22nd.
Yeah, I am sick and tired of getting jumped from behind by the Fist, by Darius Kane, by anybody. Every time they do it, I still walk out on my own volition. It's not going to change. June 22nd, I will be the last man standing. Darius Kane, you do not have a prayer, son.
Certainly something we're looking forward to, and there's so many things happening here in CSW right now. We are also making plans for our big anniversary show, two-day event, coming up August 23rd and 24th. That's just 10 weeks away, Brian.
Yeah, we are 10 weeks away from the biggest anniversary show that the Gulf Coast has ever seen. And part of that, we promised you, well, Mike promised you a big announcement tonight. Well, here it is. We've compiled the list of the top 20 superstars in Culture Shock Wrestling history. And we're going to get the countdown rolling tonight.
That's right. We've got our first entry right now. Just a little sneak preview of that top 20 countdown. Here is number 20.
You can never count out what Initial Shock can do.
So you have good guys and you have dickholes. Good guys. Through and through.
Initial Shock certainly no slouch in the teamwork department there. These guys know each other very well, and they know how to isolate their opponents and get the advantage too.
Whenever you're the wise Gulf Coast veterans that Initial Shock are, you tend to know all the tricks of the trade.
There you have it, fans, at number 20. Top CSW superstars in history. The former tag team champions, Initial Shock.
Initial Shock, former tag team champions, many-time tag team champions. Another team that is also many-time tag team champions, the Onyx. Tonight, they are vying to become five-time, unprecedented, five-time CSW tag team champions. But they've got their hands full with the F&A team.
No doubt about it. Former CSW champs John Riker, Mr. Hardcore, as well as the Master of Devastation, Cameron Frost. What a collision of tag team forces right here. Without further ado, let's go to the ring.
Folks, here we are awaiting this collision of mighty tag teams. Here comes the Onyx. Terry Allen Jones, Marcus Gibbs.
Is it just me, or does Marcus's Zulu get a little more ridiculous every time we see him?
I'm going to say they're becoming a bit the odd couple. The Zulu Warrior and the Ghetto Superstar. But hey, Marcus wants to give tribute to his roots, to his heritage. I can't fault the man for that.
If it works, it works. I mean, these guys are A win tonight would make them 5-time CSW Tag Team Champions, a feat that's unparalleled in Mossy Head. But they're going to have a daunting task, not just one of the best tag teams, definitely the newest tag team, but definitely the more established stars in the F&A team.
We await the arrival of those two men, the tag team champions, Mr. Hardcore, the Master of Devastation. You know, the Onyx generally considered favorites for the win in any tag team situation, but you can't really take that for granted in this one. They've got the stiffest of competition in these two. CSW stalwarts, former CSW heavyweight champions.
And when you say stiffest competition, you got to talk about those chops from John Riker. I mean, that'll knock you right out of your boots. The kicks from Cameron Frost. When you say stiffest competition, you mean stiffest competition that they can face.
No question about it. This is going to be such a collision. You got to wonder if there's even going to be a man left standing in the ring. They all just might be a pile of dust by the time they get through with one another. And nonetheless, we as viewers here get to reap the rewards of watching this incredible combination of talent going at it here on Culture Shock Wrestling Viral. We strive to bring you the best week after week here on the Florida Panhandle, on the Gulf Coast. We're certainly seeing it here, and you see a display of sportsmanship. Well, at least from Marcus Gibbs, I don't think Terry Allen Jones wants anything to do with it.
I'll tell you, I mean, Terry sees diamonds in his eyes. He is out there. He just wants championships.
TA is all business. I'll give that to him for sure. We go to Be Smooth for the ring introductions. You mentioned the Onyx being one of the most dominant tag teams in CSW history. Win or lose, I don't think they're going to be dominating anybody tonight, Brian. They're going to be lucky to get out of here alive, much less winners of this. This is some formidable competition.
Yeah.
If any two individuals in CSW could call themselves the A-team, it's these two guys.
Well, it's not just the A-team, it's the F&A team. But you mentioned the Onyx used to dominating their competition. Yeah, there's not going to be any domination in this match. You got one of the best teams versus two of the best in CSW. It's going to be hard hitting. We're going to see who comes out on top.
Once again, T.A. Jones not really wanting too much of that handshake. He finally reluctantly agrees. But Terry Allen Jones' intensity is just downright scary in there. He's always got his game face on. He's always in there for business. I don't think he's there to shake hands and make friends.
I think John Riker is taking slight to that. He's in there kind of demanding a handshake.
Again, reluctantly giving one. It's a matter of respect, but then again, what psychological advantage is it giving one team if they're showing that, hey, you know what, I really don't respect you, I'm just here to take your damn head off, as is the attitude, it would seem, of Terry Allen Jones.
Well, and that seems to be Terry Allen's attitude every time. I mean, you really don't see him doing many handshakes. I mean, even in the matches that we've seen with teams that he has a lot of respect for, guys like Shown Off Sexy, I mean, he'll show his sportsmanship after the match, but from bell to bell, he is all business.
No question about it. Terry Allen Jones's credentials speak for themselves. Not only a former tag team champion with the Onyx, he's held singles gold along the Gulf Coast before. He knows what it's like to be at the top of the food chain. Right now, he is in there with another dominant individual in Cameron Frost.
Well, and you want to talk about the dominance. Just in this match alone, 3 former CSW champions. All 4 of these guys have held tag titles, obviously. They've also held singles titles here in CSW. But 3 of the 4 former heavyweight champions. The one that has not, Terry Allen Jones.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that in his future somewhere down the line. But right now, obviously, they are focused on those tag team belts. The thing about the Onyx, they're 3-time champions. They've been a dominant tag team, but that also means they've lost the belts 3 times. Cameron Frost and John Riker, as of yet, are undefeated as a tag team.
Well, and they went through one of the toughest challenges of all, the 4 Corners of Hell, and walked out as tag team champions. Went into a rematch and walked out again tag team champions.
Just walking up right out of the 4 Corners of Hell is an accomplishment unto itself. And as you say, these 2 guys have proven that they've got what it takes. And Marcus Gibbs trying to fire back. Looking a bit like a fly buzzing around big John Riker there. As powerful as Marcus Gibbs is, he's in there with a giant of a man. It's going to take a little more than that to take down Mr. Hardcore. Once again, those big chops you alluded to, one of his signature moves, just putting the punishment in on Marcus Gibbs. Really, you watch the 2 standing before each other, a mismatch of size, full girth of John Riker coming down with that elbow drop.
Well, and Marcus is no stranger to being in there and being the smaller guy in the ring. I mean, that's been the story of his career, but former CSW champion, he's come out on top. He's been in the ring with both of these guys before. He knows what it takes to play the underdog, so to speak, and no doubt about it, he's kind of the underdog in this match. He is the guy that stands out as being the odd man out as far as size and power.
Well, he's certainly no rookie. I mean, it could be a matter of him trying to lure his opponents into a false sense of domination here, just waiting for the opening to reverse it, turn it around, and get a pinfall here. It's always in the back of one's mind there as a strategy, and he is able to take down Cameron Frost.
Big Swahili hammer there from Marcus, getting the advantage here on the Master of Devastation.
You alluded to it earlier. We've seen a bit of a change in the appearance of Marcus Gibbs, calling himself the Zulu Spirit now, paying homage to his heritage, if you will. And whatever reawakening or reinvention of himself that has taken place, he is still a talented in-ring competitor, as witnessed here. The Onyx taking over on Cameron Frost. He makes the tag to T.A. Jones. And let's see if they can isolate and eliminate Cameron Frost here. That would be the name of the game for sure. Cameron Frost fighting back with a big elbow there, but Terry Allen Jones gets right back on the advantage with those big clubbing blows.
A smart move there by Terry Allen, not letting Cameron Frost get to his corner, keeping him in a neutral spot, keeping him in the center of the ring.
Nice snap suplex by Terry Allen Jones.
Really wanting to wear down on one. I mean, if you have to pick one or the other to try and wear down and get an advantage, I would pick the Master of Devastation, though, I mean, really, you're not really getting much of an advantage over either one of them.
Flip a coin. As you said, very dominant competitors here. Those guys are basically the 2 faces of CSW from the inception. Cameron Frost and John Riker. Those are 2 of the first guys you think about when you think of Culture Shock Wrestling. The Onyx taking it to them right now. They are using their experience as a tag team. And that's probably the one big advantage they hold here. They have more experience as a unit than do Cameron Frost and John Riker. In fact, Frost and Riker probably spent more time against one another in the ring than as a team.
Well, and that can have its advantages too. I mean, when you've been in the ring facing another guy, you really learn more about them than you do with them sitting on the apron behind you.
Very good point. Very good point of the boot. Straight to the chin of Marcus Gibbs by Mr. Hardcore John Riker. And now we see the F&A team take over, take things to the outside, which is home for John Riker. He loves mixing it up out there. Looks like Terry Allen Jones taking it to John Riker as well. Breaking down into a bit of a brawl here. As I alluded to earlier, it may be hard to pick a winner in this match. These guys are just going to go full bore and decimate one another. Right now things have broken down. The referee's struggling to regain control here.
And that's a smart move by Marcus Gibbs, isolating that hand, stomping on it, working it over. I mean, that's where John Riker gets all of his power from, those chops, those punches. You take away that hand, and you really take away one of the biggest weapons.
Not to mention the choke slam, one of his big ending maneuvers here for any opponent. He's got his arm taken out. He's not going to be able to use the full strength to lift the guy. Of course, an argument could be made. A one-arm John Riker is still stronger than the average competitor with two healthy arms. Now Terry Allen Jones taking a page out of the John Riker playbook, chopping him in the corner. Riker says, I'm going to show you how it's done. And listen to that echo through the caverns of Mossy Head Community Center.
Echoing through the House of Hardcore, echoing through the lungs of Terry Allen Jones while you're at it.
He's in a bad way. Terry Allen Jones is a big guy. He's probably not used to being dwarfed by very much of anybody, but John Riker towering over him. Now he makes the tag to Cameron Frost. Seems to me so far Frost and Riker, surprisingly enough, have been a little more efficient with the tagging in and out than the Onyx so far this match.
Yeah, you would certainly expect the team that's been around longer to be better at this in and out game, but maybe the freshness of these two, willingness to work together, is really paying dividends.
Also the fact that it's a little difficult to muscle those two guys around and make them do what you want to do, as in isolate and separate the two. Cameron Frost taking the advantage on ghetto superstar Terry Allen Jones. See here, kind of telegraph that backdrop a bit. Terry Allen Jones is there waiting for it, but nice power bomb. Bridge into a roll up. Marcus Gibbs barely breaking that up. Now tags in the freshman, John Riker. They've definitely got Terry Allen Jones on the run right now. Misses the clothesline and makes the tag. What will it do? Dominating power of John Riker. He just takes right over on Marcus Gibbs. The Onyx really has their work cut out for them tonight. There's that big choke slam. Cameron Frost following up with the big elbow. Let's see if this will put him away. Nope. Marcus Gibbs still has plenty of that fighting Zulu spirit in his heart. He kicks out at two. Cameron Frost applying a sweet-looking sharpshooter there. Riker's there to make sure Terry Allen Jones doesn't break it up. He's got him pretty far distance from the ropes. I don't know if he's going to make it or not.
Big stun gun there by Terry Allen, though, taking care of the big guy. I mean, this is just breaking down into mayhem.
Kind of a four-way tornado match here, unofficially.
Looks like they're going for an H-bomb.
Oh, Cameron Frost had that scouted out. Cameron Frost dispatches of Terry Allen Jones. They've got Marcus Gibbs all to themselves. Big DDT. It looks like John Riker setting up for the follow-up on that here. The F&A team in full control of the Onyx at this moment. Big headbutt.
You hear the chant of A-Team echoing out. I mean, these guys haven't been a team very long, but they have this crowd well behind them.
And as little time as they've been a team, they haven't been known officially as the A-Team very long. It really speaks to their popularity that the Crowd has picked up on that chant so quickly.
Big leg drop and
Figure 4 leg lock. Classic move made famous by the likes of Austin Idol, Ric Flair, Buddy Rogers. Wow, look at that. Double team maneuver. Really taking a page out of the playbook of the Onyx, working as a unit there. Cameron Frost with the figure 4 while John Riker dropping that big leg down on Marcus Gibbs. And I don't know much of any man who can kick out of that. They retain the titles. The FNA team coming out on top. You see, again, the display of respect and sportsmanship. They help Marcus Gibbs back up to his feet. Terry Allen Jones perhaps still hurt there. Having a hard time making his way to his feet. Your tag team champions once again, Cameron Frost, John Riker, the FNA team. As they extend a handshake once again to Terry Allen Jones. Let's see if he's more receptive now that the match is over. Doesn't look like it. Well, again, begrudgingly. Bit of a look of resentment on the face of Terry Allen Jones there.
I mean, what's got to be going through his head? He fully, you can tell, he fully expected to come in here and walk out 5-time CSW champion, tag team champions. Not to be tonight for the Onyx. Back down the ladder they go in the tag team ranks.
Well, no shame in losing to the likes of John Riker and Cameron Frost, but the Onyx in the unusual position of coming out on the short end of the stick here in the tag team division. Perhaps it's time for these guys to go back to the drawing board and learn some new tricks here.
Well,
Terry Allen Jones helping his partner.
That's perfectly
back up.
said. I mean, that's the second time in a row now we've seen someone scout out the H-bomb and...
Oh, wait a minute.
Give me a break.
Is this a rerun? Do these guys have to come out and stick their nose in every little thing? This really doesn't involve them.
I'm surprised Darius has a nerve to show his face after I beat him last week.
DJ Durst, Cali Kidd, Baron Von Lecter, and Darius Kane circling the ring like vultures. Terry Allen Jones says, bring it on. The Onyx is ready to fight, but they are outnumbered and winded from that brutal encounter with the tag team champs. This isn't over yet, folks. I really hate to see what the outcome... What in the blue hell was that? Terry Allen Jones,
Are you...
taking out his tag team partner, his brother.
Are you...
The many miles those guys have traveled together, and Terry Allen Jones just completely turned on him. I'm speechless.
I cannot believe what I'm looking at.
And he's corroborating with the fist? Has this been planned out for a while? Oh, man.
I just,
We were founded on taking care of our business by any means necessary. And apparently you forgot about that.
Clearly the blood has been boiling inside of Terry Allen Jones for a while. Not sure what the source of his resentment is, alluding to the quote-unquote Africa crap, as he calls it. Very disrespectful by Terry Allen Jones. And he is helping with the beatdown of his own brother-in-arms, his own partner, Marcus Gibbs. Marcus Gibbs helpless at the hands of these 5 brutes here in the fist, and Terry Allen Jones...
I can't.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, look at that. They're in on it together. This was obviously planned out. He knew the whole time he was going to take Marcus Gibbs out. I just don't understand what's going through the head of Terry Allen Jones. Turning his back on his longtime partner and joining a group of filth like the Fist.
What an unfathomable twist of events right there, Brian Cage. Terry Allen Jones turning on his longtime partner, Marcus Gibbs.
I've known both of these guys a long time. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Well, as much as we're at a loss for words, unfortunately, the Fist are never at a loss for words. And here they are with some words right now.
One. Right when you think you got the Fist beat, we come back stronger and more surprising than ever. You see that right there? Strength is measured in victories. And tonight, I goaded a stupid competitor in Reagan Bryce to defend the Formula One championship against me. And now I'm the only two-time Formula One champion in CSW history. But I'm not the only winner tonight, right? Who is the winner of the tag team gauntlet tonight? My boys.
That'd be us.
Tell them about it, DJ.
Tag team gauntlet. You know, 4 corners of hell. Biggest fluke ever. Tonight, we got our redemption. New Formula One champion. New member of the Fist.
Speaking of getting stronger, let's talk to the new member of the Fist. Tell him why you did what you did to poor Marcus Gibbs, your partner, your friend.
You know, that's going to be the big question. Why, Terry? Why did you turn on your partner? The man that you've ran up and down the road with for the last 3 years. Everywhere you guys went. Hey, Onyx tag team champions. You want to know why? You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because he's soft. He done went soft. When the Onyx first started, when he first came to me and said, hey, we're going to form this team and we're going to take over, it was all about doing any and everything that we could to be the best by any means necessary. But somewhere down the line, he forgot about that. He forgot what it meant to me, a maniac in black. He forgot what it meant to take care of business. He forgot what it meant to go out there and make that money. Now he wants to run around here, paint his face, wear a little animal crap.
What is that?
That's the past. I'm not about being a slave. Anybody and everybody that knows me knows that for the last few years, I have gone around here claiming, no, not just claiming, but proving to be nothing but the best, the greatest, the now and forever.
This man's a champion.
Champion of
And Marcus Gibbs, we were brothers, man. I loved you like a brother, dog. And you screwed me over. But you know what? No more. Because, see, I got a new crew.
That's right, baby.
And all we about, championships and that money.
This man's a champion who's been held back by Marcus Gibbs.
I'm back
now,
to
though,
what I should have been in the first place.
Tell him.
Das Eisenfaust ist gut. Ist wunderbar.
Man,
I understand the good.
what is... Anyway, man. Brian Cage, let me let you know something, man. Our progress, especially Darius Kane's, my progress is not measured by our W's and L's, buddy. Let me let you know that. No quick roll-ups next time, buddy. You got lucky tonight. But, considering the way we left you laying, you see what getting lucky will get you.
Got another David Prime on our hands.
Another David Prime. And I gave David Prime a list of chiropractors, and you might want to get with him and share those contacts, because I'm telling you, brother, you gonna need it.
That's right.
Now, Brian Cage, now you have 2 choices. One choice is to stay out of CSW. Your next choice?
Good advice.
Your next choice is to get yourself hurt so badly that you are not even able to walk around and enjoy everyday life. Brian Cage, I want to make it difficult for you to even stand up off your couch and go to the bathroom, son. You don't understand what it is with me. See, and most people, just like you, Brian Cage, you have me misconstrued and completely misunderstood.
Walk away, Cage.
This is not sports entertainment. This is not a catch-as-catch-can wrestling display, and this will not be a classic confrontation.
You're gonna get hurt, Cage.
Stay down, Cage.
If this ain't about none of that for me, it don't take half a brain to figure out then what this really is about. So, to you, Brian Cage, as well as to anybody else that may be in this just to get a little fame, just to get just a little bit of money, because just like we said, baby boy, we ain't working for no little bit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, bro, if you're in the ring with Darius Kane, T.A. Jones, Cali Kid, or anybody else, DJ you see standing here, you're not in the ring to impress anybody. You are in the ring to defend your life, because we ain't coming for nothing less. We coming to take your head off. So if you don't want no problems, you might want to get down or lay down.
Ask yourself this, Cage: is the fame really worth your neck?
I hope he really weighs his options.
Prime snack, was it?
I hope you really weigh your options, Brian Cage, because this is not something you want to play with.
We have the talent, the power, future champion who's being held back. They won the tags. It won't be long for they're top of the mountain up there. The Fist will always be the best thing to hit CSW since them doors opened. And we will be champions and in charge. You can bet on it. Believe it.
Beware, Brian Cage.
Well, folks, you don't want to miss our big event coming up this Saturday, CSW Summer Showdown. So many matches on tap, including this man, Brian Cage, in a last man standing match against Darius Kane.
This has been a long time coming. We are going to settle this score once and for all. Darius Kane and myself, no more after this. I'm done with him, and I will be the last man standing.
Certainly worth looking into. Also, we've just gotten late word from CSW management. As a result of the actions you've seen on this program today, Marcus Gibbs and Terry Allen Jones, former tag team partners, formerly close as close can be, they're going to be facing one another at Summer Showdown.
Now, these guys were more than brothers anytime they got in the ring, and now it's all boiled to a head. These two are going to go one-on-one for the very first time.
Another very big deal about this Saturday, it is Joe Gibson's last match on the Gulf Coast for a while. He is moving to the world-famous Larry Sharp's Monster Factory in New Jersey. But before he leaves, he is going to have a barn burner of a final match with Cameron Frost.
Cameron Frost stepping up to the plate. These two have been at each other's necks so many times over the years. They go at it one last time.
And finally, the holy grail of Culture Shock Wrestling, the CSW Heavyweight title is at stake. Nathan Beast. He's been on a roll lately, but he's taking on another man who has been dominant here on CSW, and I'm talking about the champion, Mike Metal.
Yeah, Nathan Beast has a pinfall victory over Mike Metal in the past, has won 3 in a row against the former champion Lane Smart. We'll see if he can keep that momentum going and become, for the first time, CSW Heavyweight Champion.
Lots of action. You don't want to miss it. That's this Saturday at the Mossy Head Community Center. We hope to see you there. And we also hope to see you here next week on CSW Viral. We will give you a rundown of what happened at that event, but you want to be there live to experience it in person. For Brian Cage, I'm Mike Roycroft. We'll see you next time.